What is up, my pokey sluts, and welcome back. It has been a little while since I've posted another Pokemon video. I haven't been as consistent as I would like to be, or as consistent as I have been, but I am trying to change that and get back to a little bit of the regular schedule that I was on before, but I don't want to spend too much time talking about that. Today I have a rain team for you guys in the RU ladder. But the only RU Pokemon pretty much on this team are Electros and Qwilfish, I believe, are the only RU Pokemon. And I'm just gonna fire off a knockoff and punish this guy for staying in with his Bronzong. I don't really know why he wants to do that. And just ahead of time, I would like to apologize also a little bit for the bit of a laggy video. Can't really help it. My PC is garbage, as I've said plenty of times. But it's not laggy to the point where you guys will miss anything. And I'm able to take out that Bronzong very quickly. And very, very gladly, I will take that thing out. It could get a bit annoying because I don't have a whole lot for it. But a Bronzong doesn't really do a whole lot anyway. And my Girder looks like he's going to be a key point on this team. But I feel like my Electros is a pretty good switch into this thing. So I'm going to give that a try. This is the Damp Rock Electros with Rain Dance and full special attack investment. And I gave him an old Thunder, as it doesn't miss in rain, as I'm sure you guys know. So I like Electros on this team. He does a lot. He has a lot of natural bulk, natural special bulk, and it works out pretty good. But he definitely doesn't want to take an EQ from Dugtrio, so I'm gonna try and fire off a Grass Knot in case he wants to switch in and try and trap me with that. And if he wants to stay in with Jolteon, then that's fine. My Electros is not very useful against his team. He's just not that useful, I don't think. But what can I say? But I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna let my Electros go. I could switch in my Girder here, but I don't really want to take a I don't really want to take a T-Bolt from this Jolteon. So I'm gonna go into my Ludicolo, I think, and fire off an Ice Beam. I don't really have too much for options, and I just have to hope I can live a T-Bolt. It's gonna be really close as to whether or not I can, and if he doesn't have specs, then I should be able to. And luckily I am able to live that one, but rain will end on this next turn. So at least I can fire off a Giga Drain before that happens. And he's going to bring in his Dugtrio, which is obviously going to be faster than me, not in the rain. So I'm going to try and set up a Rain Dance just in case he wants to try and Sucker Punch. But he does have the Aerial Ace, so that's a bit unfortunate. And I'm not quite sure what item he has. I'm pretty sure it's probably the Focus Sash. That's what's most common, but he could also be running the Choice Band. I'm not too sure. But either way, pretty much I just want to go into my Liepard and set up a Rain Dance. I don't really care if I have to sack this thing to get up a Rain Dance. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm just gonna set up rain like I said, and I should be able to sweep with my Qwilfish and my Kabutops as well. He's gonna switch out there, which is another reason why I believe he could be choice banded. That's actually probably what I feel is most likely. But I can just pretty much fire off a knockoff. I don't really want to switch out on this thing, and I don't need my life art too bad. And I definitely wanted to get rid of the specs or the scarf, or in this case, he had the life orb. Definitely just wanted to knock off whatever item he had. And now I pretty much can just go into Qwilfish and fire off a poison jab. I could also have gone into my girder, but he will go down to a poison jab here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And I definitely want to keep my girder around in case I do need him for the Medicham. And this thing will definitely, hopefully I flinch it, and I do. I was definitely going for the flinch there. I kind of needed that. And I'm just going to fire off another waterfall, and that'll be the death of this thing, which was kind of a bit scary. But I can now just, hopefully, if he doesn't have the sash, I can OHKO it for sure. And luckily, he doesn't have the sash, so I'm definitely feeling that he was choice banded there. And now he's just going to go into his Medicham. This thing doesn't really stand a chance. And that's pretty much the first game. He's going to go down to life orb damage there. And yeah, that's the first game. I'm going to take you guys on over to the second one now. I hope you enjoyed this so far. And if you have, please leave a thumbs up. Bye. What's up, guys? So, welcome on over to the second battle. My opponent's team looks like he's pretty weak to Girder again. I really like Girder in the RU ladder. As you guys can tell, I've had Girder in a lot of my videos. I think he's a really strong poke. And you guys should try out the set that I believe I actually made myself based off of one that I've seen with the Eviolite Girder. I really like it. And thankfully he leads off with a Scavalier, so I'm definitely expecting him to switch out into his Mesprit, so I can just go for a knockoff. If he wants to go into Dredigan as well, then he can definitely... I definitely want to get his Rocky Helmet out of the way. And luckily he is going to go into Yuxi, and holy cow, that does a lot. Because I critted there. I guess we missed the crit once again. Sorry for the laggy videos, but obviously you can see that I got a crit. And my opponent's rating is pretty low, as you can see, but I'm going to go into Electros and just get up a nice Rain Dance, because a Thunder, I can just freely fire off Thunders or Volt Switches, and pretty much all I have Electros for is to set up Rain and fire off some Thunders. And he does have the Damp Rock as well as my Liepard, so I'm really relying on the Rain with this team. But I'm just gonna try and fire off a Thunder, or a Volt Switch rather, I believe. And I'm just gonna I definitely can live any one thing from the Hitmonchan, and he's just gonna Drain Punch. So I am gonna, wow, this is probably AV, although I don't want to assume too much, but I definitely can go out into Girder on this Drain Punch again, but I don't need Electros a whole lot. So I'm just gonna fire off a slow Volt Switch, and for some reason he tries to go for an EQ. And I can just bring out my Girder now, and I think I'm just gonna try to Drain Punch here, because I just expect him to want to sack this thing, but he ends up switching out, into, give it a second, sorry for the lag again, into his Yuxi. And the Drain Punch does not take him down, but I can just hit him with a knockoff anyway. And my Girder is still at doing pretty well. He's got his HP, man. And let's see what he's going to switch out into. I don't really know what to expect. He doesn't really have much for my Girder. Not much at all. And this Girder does have full HP investment, so he's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, my Girder pretty much wrecks everything. And his Hitmonchan is pretty much almost dead. He is going to bring out the Druddigon. And I'm going to quickly just change my avatar back to what I want it to be. But, I think I just want to go out into my Ludicolo here. I should be able to live any one thing. Hopefully he doesn't have the Dragon Tail. But he unfortunately has superpower, and by the looks of it, he could be choice banded, I don't know, or fully attack invested of some sort. But that superpower did a lot, and I definitely feel like I should have lived that. But unfortunately, I do not. But I can go out into my Kabutops, and I'm gonna just try and flinch him with a waterfall, I think, and expect him to want to switch out anyway, and pretty much nothing will appreciate a waterfall from Kabutops, obviously. But I actually, just kidding. Sorry. I expected him to switch out, and I went for the rapid spin. But he ended up destroying me with a superpower. And he's just gonna stay in this whole time, which is a bit crazy. But I'm just gonna grass knot here and sack Electros because I don't know. I probably should have just got up Rain Dance, but I'm still not too worried about it because I have my Prankster Lipard, and he's definitely gonna go down to a Play Rough. And then I can just obviously priority set up the Rain Dance and pretty much just sweep with Qwilfish and Girder. Like I said, Girder definitely just destroys everything else, basically. And yeah, I'm just gonna set up a Rain Dance now. Might just will filch. And yeah, this is the Damp Rock Lipard as well. I'm perfectly fine sacrificing him to set up the old Rain. And now I'm just pretty much free to fire off a Drain Punch. Nothing is going to appreciate it, including Hitmonchan. I believe he'll go down, but I could be wrong. And he actually takes this better than I figured he would. But I can outstall him anyway and just keep my life, keep my HP up, and I'm just gonna knock off his leftovers. Apparently this is the fully physically defensive. Usually Escavalier runs AV, but he isn't now, and thankfully he gets the poison off on me, which is very good with me, obviously, because I am using the Gut Skirter, and obviously, as you can see, that makes him much stronger. And yeah, pretty much everything dies to a Gut Smock Punch, I believe. And if not, my Qwilfish can sweep with a waterfall on everything. So, it's pretty much the game. He doesn't really have a whole lot he can do at this point. The Exploud actually may kill the Girder, but like I said, I'm pretty sure everything dies to a Gut Smock Punch at this point. and definitely Hitmonchan goes down, and he apologized for poisoning me, and I don't really, like I said, I'm glad he did, and this thing will definitely go down to a Mach Punch. I'm expecting him to be Scarfed, and thankfully he doesn't have Sucker Punch, so he will go down to a Mach Punch there, and this thing definitely just dies to a Mach Punch as well. So that's the game, guys. Oh shit, he lives. But rain is still up. Well, actually, shit, no, it's not. But that's okay. He will definitely die to an Aqua Jet. So that's the game, folks. I hope you enjoyed this second one, and I'm gonna bring you guys on over to the third battle now. Peace. Hello, guys. Hope you're enjoying this video. So, as you can see, my opponent's team isn't really gonna appreciate a knockoff too much from the girder or a drain punch, so I definitely feel like my girder is gonna be very useful, but unfortunately he leads off with Cobalion, so I pretty much have to decide if I want to sack my Liepard to set up Rain Dance, and I don't really, yeah, I guess it's worth it, screw it, and fortunately he's just gonna go for the taunt, and I think I just want to bring in my girder, because that honestly should really threaten him out. And I can pretty much eat up anything he has for me. And wow, that doesn't do a whole lot, but I am going to fire off and knock off, expecting the Uxie to come in. And the Uxie does come in. And I get off a nice 50% and get rid of his leftovers. And yeah, I definitely don't want to stay in, so I think I'm going to go into my Electros and fire off a Thunder. I think that's probably my best bet. I should be able to eat up anything, and I was kind of expecting the rocks, as he does oblige me with the rocks. And I'm free to fire off Thunder on this. I've been pretty free to fire off Thunder with most of the teams in RU. There isn't really a whole lot of Thunder resistances, but unfortunately he does bring in the Jolteon. I didn't really expect him to, but that's fine. I can bring in my girder, I suppose, and I should be able to eat up a Thunderbolt. And wow, laggy video again, of course. And I can pretty much eat up just anything, and he's just gonna Volt Switch, so I I guess I have to go into my Liepard, or just try and knock off, maybe expecting a light screen, but he's just gonna Psychic, so my girder goes down. That's fine. He wasn't really my win condition, but he would have been pretty useful, but my Liepard is gonna do a lot here too as well, so I'd like to keep that around for a while. And since rain is up, I can just go into my Kabutops and fire off a Rapid Spin, because I should be able to eat up a Psychic, but unfortunately he T-waves me. So I am just gonna go into my Electros and set up Rain again, expecting him to want to go for the rocks again, as he does do that. So my predictions are pretty on tonight, fellas. And he's gonna bring out the Meloetta, so I'm able to set up a nice old Rain Dance, and I can just try and fire off a Thunder, but damn, this thing is probably Specs, so I think I want to go into my Qwilfish here and just try and fire off a poison jab, expecting him to switch out, or a waterfall, and maybe just have to try and go for the flinch. And he is gonna bring out the Yuxi, so I am able to take that out with the waterfall. Obviously, this Qwilfish is a beast. I definitely recommend trying Qwilfish out on a rain dance team. I just want to give shoutouts to Pyrotaz and PokeAim for inspiring me to try out a rain dance team with these mods. And fortunately, I flinch him, but very unfortunately, he will have the leftovers, so I won't be able to take him out in two. But that is okay. I am fine letting my Qwilfish go down, but he ends up being able to take him out there. So I get the high roll, which is nice. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, that's a really high roll actually, because the first one was 50. But he's going to bring in the, if it would stop lagging, Meloetta, and fortunately I flinch him there again, which is gotta be pretty annoying. And Golbat eats us up pretty well. I'm definitely expecting the Eviolite there. And I'm just going to fire off a waterfall and just try and continue to flinch Axon and be a douche pretty much. And he's going to go ahead and go for the wish. And at this point, or the roost rather, sorry about that. And at this point, I kind of just want to fire off spikes because that should help me out with the rest of his team pretty decently. And might force him to defog, which is definitely what I want to do. And I can just set up Rain Dance here, priority Rain Dance, and allow for my Kabutops and mostly my Ludicolo to sweep, as my Kabutops is paralyzed, obviously. And I can pretty much just knock off his Eviolite here. And did he have it? No, he... Okay, yeah, he did have the Eviolite. I was going to say, what the hell. But now I can just go ahead and I'm pretty free to fire off an Ice Beam. It'll do a hell of a lot to everything he has. And I doubt he's going to switch out anyway. So he won't be able to fire off a Defog unless the Scyther has it. But I doubt this Scyther would have that. And he's going to bring in Jolteon, so I think I have to fire off an Ice Beam or just Giga Drain to try and be able to live a T-Bolt unless he specs. But he has the Signal Beam, which is pretty weird. And he's going to go down to the next Giga Drain. Unfortunately, I won't get much health back. But I will be able to outspeed everything anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And the Meloetta will go down to the Spike, so obviously you can see that paid off. And now the Scyther's gonna come in, and he should be pretty close to going down with the Ice Beam, and he actually does end up going down. So that is the third game, and I'm gonna bring you guys on over to the final battle now. Hello, Clarice. What's up, guys, and welcome on over to the fourth and final battle. And this one is gonna be a quick one, because as you can see, my girder just once again pretty much wrecks everything. And God, I really just suggest trying out this bulky girder set in the RU ladder. Girder is actually NU, but I definitely recommend trying him in RU. As you can see, he is very useful against a lot of RU teams. And I'm able to punish him for setting up the trick room with the knockoff there. Once again, sorry for the stupid ass laggy video, but he is just gonna end up going for the explosion there. and he's able to take down my Lipard. Unfortunately, but I'm gonna fire off a Thunder, and I'm actually faster than the Exploud, but unfortunately I don't live a Boom Burst, so kind of expect him to be uh, specs, but maybe not. But I can pretty much fire off a Mach Punch, but I doubt he's gonna stay in. And since Trick Room is up, I'm gonna be faster anyway, or I'm gonna go first anyway. So I I can just I could just fire off a knockoff, maybe expecting the Banette to come in. And now I think I'm just gonna Drain Punch here, and he has the Fake Out for some reason. That's pretty weird. But I can just fire off a Drain Punch. Props to him for switching in the Banette here. It was probably pretty predictable, but oh well. I can fire off a knockoff for free. And I don't really lose too much anyway, and he is able to get the burn off on me, so I always love it when people burn or whatever whenever they status my girder and give him the old guts boost. And this thing is probably gonna die to a Mach Punch. Wow, that only did 50? That's crazy. But now he is within range to where I don't really have to worry about it. He'll go down to an Aqua Jet, and I'm gonna try to set up a Rain Dance with my Ludicolo. Hopefully I'll be able to, and then I can sweep. But unfortunately he gets the crit there, so I don't think I'll be able to set up a Rain Dance. I'm probably not going to be able to live a Leaf Storm, and no, I'm not. So unfortunately it's going to be pretty hard to sweep here, I presume. But I pretty much have to go into my Qwilfish here and Poison Jab. And wow, I end up living the Sucker Punch, so I will be able to take out the Shiftry here. And it's actually looking like I might be able to win. I think the Jolteon should go down to, definitely will go down to an Aqua Jet from the Kabutops. And I just have to hope I can take this thing out with 2 waterfalls and hope I can live an EQ or something. But I get a crit there. Wow, that, I think that definitely mattered. That's definitely pretty cool, and this is definitely a very fast and fun game that I'm glad I took part in. But he's just going to forfeit there, as he knows the Jolteon will go down to an Aqua Jet. So I hope you guys have enjoyed everything you've seen. Sorry for the little bit of a shitty commentary, but I haven't been doing them that much lately, so I've kind of been a little out of it, but I'm trying to get back into it, as you guys hopefully can see. So if you enjoyed what you see, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed.